10 seconds, 5 seconds, start. Such a policy does not fulfill the test of fair play and justness. Having gone through the detailed averments and also considering the allegations and counter allegations, we find that the grievance of the petitioners is genuine. This rotation allotment appears to be contrary to and inconsistent with the justness and fair play. Considering in the background of the legal principles set out above, the conclusions of the High Court do not appear to be defensible. In the circumstances, the judgment of the High Court is set aside. If there has been any change in the policy decision, notwithstanding the present decision, the same shall be operative. The appeals are allowed with no order as to cost. Interestingly, it has also been held that if the petition for anticipatory bail has been rejected by the Sessions Court, the petitioner cannot approach the High Court asking for anticipatory bail on the same grounds. However, the Bombay High Court has ruled that rejection of an application by the Sessions Court would not be a bar for the High Court to entertain a similar application based on the same facts. But if he moves the High Court first and his application is rejected, he cannot approach the Sessions Court with a similar application. The duration of the order granting anticipatory bail should be limited, and the court granting the order should not substitute itself for the original court, which is expected to deal with the offense, because it is that court which has then to consider whether, having regard to the material placed before it, the accused person is entitled to bail. Though Section 438 applies only to a non-bailable offense, it is not essential that the offense must also be a cognizable one. The power under Section 438 is of an extraordinary character and must be exercised sparingly in exceptional cases only. Neither Section 438 nor any other provisions in the code authorize the grant of blanket anticipatory bail for offences not yet committed or with regard to accusations not so far leveled. In addition, the petitioner must make out a special case for the exercise of the power to grant anticipatory bail, where a legitimate case for the remand of the offender to the police custody under section 167 can be made out by the investigating agency or a reasonable claim to secure incriminating material from information likely to be received from the offender under section 27 of the Evidence Act can be made out. The power under section 438 should not be exercised. Status in life, affluence or otherwise would hardly be relevant considerations while examining the question of granting anticipatory bail. There exist catenas of decisions wherein the courts have sympathized with the mother and in support of a fictitious biological need have always granted custody to the mother. In the contemporary scenario, it is the man who requires protection under this clause who has been denied equity in a substantially vast majority of cases. To do so would be to create a glaring lacuna which would necessarily result in arbitrary dispensing of justice.